What's going on there, guys? This is Around the Association, and we back with another one, man. So we got to speak on this Shannon Sharpe take on Ja Morant. Now, Ja Morant sat down with Malika Andrews the other day, and he spoke on several topics. But one thing that has caught the NBA by storm a little bit, and, you know, I'm pretty sure all the teams are taking notice, and pundits are taking notice around the sports world. She asked Ja about, is there any team they're looking at around the league? And Ja's answer was,
who do you look at around the league as you're studying and say, we're going to have to run through them?
Celtics.
No one in the West?
Nah, I'm fine in the West.
You said that the Celtics are basically on your bullseye as a target team to go after.
I'm standing on that. I stamp it.
What about the Suns? Where do you see them in terms of?
They in the Western Conference, right? Said I was fine in the Western Conference. So.
And that answer right there got some people up in arms about Ja Morant, you know, potentially being a little overly confident before he accomplished anything. That's how they're perceiving it right now. Now, Ja Morant is a very confident young player, and that's a major piece of his identity. But a lot of people feel like that he didn't show the Warriors the respect, even though they're out the playoffs at this current moment. You know, you figure they'll get it together and be there, go on a run at some point. And then, you know, just looking at other teams, you know, that could potentially give them problems, you know, the Mavs, the Nuggets, you know, it's a lot of teams that match up pretty good with them. So they feel like these guys are overconfident, and that sparked Shannon Sharpe to respond. And this is what him and Skip Bayless had to say.
You got a problem, Skip. The Grizzlies do a lot of talking for a team that's not won anything.
Good point.
Not just Ja, all of them. Do a lot of yapping and a lot of yakking. And what if they won? The last time the Grizzlies made the Western Conference Finals, Ja was 13. 13. And he's talking like they go to the Western Conference and go to the NBA Finals every year.
True.
What you mean you good? You just got the brakes beat off you by the Nuggets without Jamal Murray and without Porter Jr. I missed something. Okay, yeah, Skip, you know what their record is against the West that he's good against? 8-8. Of any team that's in the top 5 in the Western Conference, that's the worst record. They're 8-8, but he good. Why you worried about on the other side? You need to be worried about yourself. You need to be worried about the Grizzlies. Hey, bro, you're not good. Y'all not like that. Y'all ain't got Shaq. Y'all don't got Kobe. You don't got a Tim Duncan. No. So this notion that y'all good, bro, y'all got a nice little team. Good. I will concede that. You got a nice, deep team. But, bro, if you think it's a foregone conclusion that y'all gonna run through the West, that ain't happening. And they all this talking, I don't know where. I need to go back. I got a good memory, but I got to go back. I missed it when they made the Western Conference Finals, and they was in the NBA Finals. I just got to go back and check. For him to have this kind of bravado, and what's he supposed to say? He's supposed to say, look, we take it one game at a time and we'll see what happens at the end of it. But to say we're already looking across the bridge on the other side, nah.
Then they run into Golden State. No, I'm sorry, Minnesota. It was the Minnesota series.
Yeah.
And they win a home game against Minnesota, and I loved Ja at that point, and he was jawing after the game when he did the stand-up TV interview on the court, going after everybody who doubted us and this and that, and just spitting fire about how dare you people out there doubt this team. And I'm like, you've done nothing.
Absolutely, yes.
But, man, the success that Ja has had has gone to his head.
It has.
Yeah, man, so you heard from Skip and Shannon, you know, they feel like Ja is getting a little conceited. Well, you know, not getting, I mean, is a little conceited at this point. Looking past the West like that, I mean, no matter what the champs are going through at this point in the season, until they're eliminated from playoff contention, they are still the team that you have to beat in the Western Conference. You know, even though they're going through some turmoil right now, or they had like some rocky things happen in the training camp. Obviously, don't need to be rehashed or re-talked about, but they're still the champs until someone dethrones them, and that includes the Boston Celtics. You know what I'm saying? So Ja may need to have a little more humility, in my opinion. I think, you know, just assuming you're going to get to the finals, like they said, Ja, you were hurt. You got hurt in the playoffs last year when you guys had a chance to win the series. So your style of play is made for little nagging injuries. You're very explosive guard, and it looks good when it's working, but unfortunately, man, we saw what happened to D Rose. So a lot of people are looking at you in that way, even though, like, I wouldn't say Ja is as powerful and as athletic as Derrick Rose, but it's comparable. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, D Rose was humble, man. D Rose was humble. So a lot of people hated to see that. I don't personally wish injuries on anybody, but there will be this sector of fans, right, that'll be real thrilled when Ja goes down. They'll look at it like, oh, he's going to be humbled now because he's injured, which I don't look at it like that. But I've actually heard, just talking to people about the game of basketball, people saying he ain't going to last long on the court and this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And I'd be like, man, no, don't wish that on dude. But I'm just saying that to say, there is a certain group of fans out there that feel like that. And that's based off how Ja feels like he's already arrived. Now, a piece of Ja talking like that is he doesn't feel like he can lose to anyone. He feels like a lot of that makes you great when you don't bow down to anybody that's in front of you, right? But there's a way to still be respectful while feeling like you just the best player on the court. I think a lot of people feel like Ja's crossing that line between confidence and arrogance. The thing is, like Shannon said, all of them talk a lot. I think people like Dylan Brooks and them think they're better than they are. They definitely talk too much because these are the type of players that can get traded at the drop of a dime. The only players that I think that Memphis has, that's pretty safe right now on the team is Ja and Jaren Jackson at this current moment. Now, Jaren has to get healthy or, they may look to move him too, but he's an exceptional shot blocker. So I feel like his place is solidified, and he's very talented on offense. And that other thing Ja Morant said a while back, like, he would give Jordan the business. See, that type of stuff right there where people feel like he's just talking just for a soundbite is what's turning people off, especially with how, at Murray State, he was the underdog, and people was rooting for him. He was like everybody's favorite in college basketball for a period there. And people were happy to see him get to the league. He got to Memphis, exceeded expectations. And, now he's playing at MVP caliber level. But the humility needs to be there. It needs to be there. I know he feels like, the city of Memphis may not get the respect that they deserve. So he's taking these pot shots at everybody, but I feel like Ja need to dial it back a little bit, man. Hey, let me know if you guys agree with Shannon Sharpe, Skip Bayless, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if you agree with them. Is Ja too conceited right now, or is he just a very confident basketball player, man? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace out.